Today we're going to talk about one of the strangest and most controversial releases in Fortnite recently. We're talking about the Brainrot Bundle featuring Tung Sahur and Ballerina Cappuccina. If you follow the game or internet trends even a little, you've probably already heard about this. But if not, let's break everything down because the situation is actually pretty interesting and kind of weird. Let's start with what this bundle actually is. Fortnite added a full cosmetic set inspired by so-called brain rot content from TikTok. These are strange, absurd memes that often look ridiculous and are sometimes created using generative AI. The bundle includes 2 skins, 2 pickaxes, and 2 wraps. If you buy everything separately, it costs around 4,300 V-Bucks. But the bundle itself costs 2,400 V-Bucks, which at first glance looks like a pretty good deal. Each skin costs 1,500 V-Bucks and comes with a bonus accessory. The pickaxes cost 500 and 800 V-Bucks. The wraps are 500 each. Overall, it's a classic Fortnite setup where buying the bundle is more profitable. In terms of content, this is a standard bundle. But the problem is not the number of items or even the price. The main question is where this came from and how it looks. Now, the most interesting part, these characters originally appeared as viral content on the internet. And according to many players, their concepts were created using generative AI. And this is where the main conflict begins. Many players reacted very negatively. People openly say they don't like brain rot content in general and consider it cringe. But the main issue for them is the use of AI to create ideas. There is a strong opinion that generative AI steals styles from real artists and devalues their work. Some even say that because of this, they can't fully enjoy modern content anymore, since it's hard to tell what was made by a human and what wasn't. At the same time, it's important to clarify one thing. The actual skins in Fortnite were made by real developers, so this is not fully AI-generated content, but the idea and visual style came from AI memes. And for some people, that alone is already a problem. Now let's talk about the visuals. And here, things get even worse. Some players are saying these are the worst skins in Fortnite history. Many believe they look terrible and don't fit the game at all. For example, the wooden log character with a face and a bat just confuses people. Players genuinely don't understand why this was added to the game or how it even made it through development. The second character also received low ratings. According to the community, it became one of the lowest rated skins on sites where players review cosmetics. So the issue is not just AI, but also the fact that many people simply don't like how these skins look. Now, let's look at the community reaction. Online, especially on Twitter and forums, most players are against this bundle. People are calling it a disaster and one of the worst collaborations in the game. Some say it's an insult to artists and developers because instead of original and creative concepts, the game is getting strange internet memes. Others believe this is a move toward lazy content, like developers are just taking whatever is trending and quickly turning it into skins without focusing on quality. But there is another side to this. Some players believe that despite all the hate, the bundle will still sell very well, because Fortnite has a huge audience that buys almost everything. This is especially true for younger players who actively consume TikTok content and are more used to this kind of stuff. And this brings us to a very important point. There is a theory that this release is actually a test by Epic Games. They are testing what players are willing to buy. Because if these skins sell well, it sends a clear signal that this type of content can be pushed further. And this is what worries part of the community, because then the game might shift even more toward trends and viral memes instead of quality design and originality. Interestingly, according to analytics, despite the negative reception and low ratings, this bundle quickly reached the top sales. And that's very telling. It shows that hype and virality can sometimes be more important than good design. Players react to familiar memes first and only then think about whether it actually looks good. Now let's talk about Epic Games' strategy. In the past, big collaborations were mostly with major franchises like Marvel or Star Wars. Now things have changed. The time from an internet meme to a Fortnite skin has become very short. Sometimes it's just a few weeks. This allows the game to stay relevant and constantly follow trends, but it also raises a question: is Fortnite losing its identity? When the game starts adding these kinds of strange characters, some players feel like it's turning into a random collection of memes. Another important factor is the limited time in the item shop. This bundle was available for only about 48 hours. This is done to create urgency and push players to make quick decisions. Players feel like if they don't buy it now, they will miss out. And that leads to more impulse purchases. This strategy has been used in Fortnite for a long time, and it works very well. But when combined with meme content, the effect becomes even stronger. Now let's summarize. We have a bundle for 2,400 V-Bucks that includes 6 items and looks like a good deal. We have trend-based content from TikTok that quickly turned into in-game skins. We have strong negative reactions from part of the community, mainly because of AI and design quality, and at the same time, we have high sales. This creates a very interesting conflict. Players say they don't like it, but they still buy it. And that is what will ultimately define the future of these kinds of collaborations. If sales stay high, we will most likely see more of this in the future. And then the question will no longer be whether people like it, but whether they are willing to pay for it. Write in the comments what you think about this bundle. Would you buy it? Or do you think skins like this shouldn't be in the game? And how do you feel about AI in the gaming industry? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.